and yeah, he's big for the day. Choppo!
Around to you, buddy.
Nice one.
Too. I just stopped it once I saw him flash. He rolled underneath and flashed.
It was the pause, huh?
Yeah. Jeff, I'm in my happy place, buddy.
Good.
I'm in my happy place.
That was a nice little notch in there. Come on a pocket. Maybe on that wood. A lot in this size. This like 15-inch size up in this creek. I'm heading towards a strainer.
She's coming up, she's coming up, she's coming up. Oh, no!
Yeah, that's a nice one, man.
Where'd Drew go?
To post something on Instagram.
Oh,
yeah.
He had to get to higher ground.
Yeah, I think so. Welcome to Michigan, though, where as soon as you get off anything that resembles a main road, you don't have cell phone signal anymore, and I love it.
We had that in Georgia.
Yeah, yeah.
Like all the places we go, we don't have cell coverage. This is not Drew.
This is definitely not Drew.
So I think I have it figured out. Those tanks are where they're going to pump in the winning bag, right?
Something like that.
So I talked to them. They have a drilling rig there, and they need the water to pump it to do what they're doing. But this is sort of an interesting graphic. Like,
is that like
does it make you paranoid? Like,
I don't know. I feel like it's like something, you know, like a FU to the system, you know what I mean? Like they're constantly surveilling us. They're watching us through our phones. Oh yeah, 100%. Listen, so I live in a place near a place. That's a great way of saying that. It's kind of like Drew last night. He said we're going to be somewhere at some time. But anyway, now I live in Knoxville, Tennessee, and right near Knoxville, Tennessee is a place called Oak Ridge where they enrich the uranium that they use for the original atomic bomb.
sure.
And so all those places are still there where they did all that work, and now they've just like adjusted it to like espionage and energy weapons and all that kind of stuff. And
yeah, energy department, like,
oh, it's
love Tennessee.
Yeah, and so everybody that works out there that's related to me or knows me, they can't say much, but they all say the same thing. They know every single thing we're doing, when we're doing it, and when it's going on, and they all do it through these little cell phones in our pockets. So be careful what you say, folks. It'll come back to bite you.
Do you think at some point the next generation says enough and just cuts off? Because there's a brain chemistry thing that, I mean, it's an addiction.
Yeah, I've wondered about that myself. I mean, like, because we were actually talking about that the other day. I think it was on a podcast, and we were talking about the idea, like, this new generation of kids coming up, like, not like kids that are in college now, but like kids who are in middle school and high school, are really like kind of pushing back against all these modern ideas that a lot of people are pushing. And I wonder if that generation is going to be the generation that just says, "Nah, we're done."
Yeah, and so to like licking dirt. And
yeah. I know the way that I'm going to raise my kids is it's all right to eat some dirt, go outside and play hard, and we're not going to sit inside and play video games. So maybe I'm the generation that'll break the curse. I don't know. We can hope.
So Drew's here. You fished yesterday, right?
I couldn't take it any longer, and I got out of the water for just a couple hours. Not even a couple hours, like an hour and a half. And because I realized it gets dark so late, the further north you are.
Yeah, it was 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's like
10 o'clock is still light out.
Yeah, I kept looking at the sun. I did the whole like hand, you know, far away in front of. I was like, dude, I still have like time. I can still keep fishing. But it was like 9 o'clock, and I was like, all right, I gotta just go back and get sleep for this morning. And we were ready to rock and roll and just have some fun.
Cool. So work around this drilling rig thing. I'm curious for you to tell me about this winch back here.
Well, the winch is for when it gets real wild and crazy. Hook up the X2 battery. Yeah, hook up that X2 battery to it and crank it up from wherever. I'm getting older, dude. You just gotta think smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, so basically that's just for getting into those wild places. I mean, you know, you guys know me as Mr. River Bassin and obviously Kayak Adventure Series. So when you go to adventurous places, sometimes it's not the easiest takeout. That's why I love simple setups, light kayaks. You know, this inflatable you got here, Jeff, is perfect. Things that you can just take into wild places, which is why I got into kayak fishing, to get to those, you know, unpressured fish. Hey, we're all looking for unpressured fish, right?
What's the longest pull this winch has done?
That's a good question. Maybe, I don't know how many feet of rope that has, but I'm sure I've almost pulled every bit of it out at one point. So maybe like 50 or 75 feet, something like that.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Nice tool.
Yeah.
Let's do a real quick habitat assessment. Obviously we got these cattails everywhere. It's actually kind of a sandy looking bottom, but mixed in with this, what grass this is. There's a good bit of this, just sort of lining the edges. That's arrowroot. There's some just regular lily pads back there, cattails, and is that milfoil? I don't really know. Otherwise, you look out, it's just this sort of, you know, where there's current is pretty, you know, there's nothing there. It's just a sandy, flat bottom and a lot of current. Some wood on the sides. And then we look down there. I know that there's little pontoon boat, little offshoots that come through here, so it kind of braids up. And I think that was one of the things that Drew was talking about. You know, he got up in yesterday and went through these little side channels and caught a couple nice ones. I know his he sent a picture of one that looked like it was probably 18 or 19. So interesting habitat, not the kind of thing that I've seen a whole lot of. I think wood and little side channels are going to be important. Man. Billy goat.
I'm gonna take the second cut, I think. This one's a good one. I mean, I think that this is a little bit longer one. We can either stick together, but the cuts are like small like that, so really kind of one. So does this just come out down there somewhere? This is gonna come across, like you're gonna meet with us. Eventually you're gonna be kind of with us. We can stand up and see each other.
So you're saying one of us should take each of these cuts?
Yeah, if you're filming, like, then follow me or Alex if you're gonna film, but if you're...
I'm gonna take a first one. I'll meet you guys at the end.
Perfect.
Want to slow my drift. I got the torpedo in reverse. think if I'd basically let the current take me down in there all at once, I'd have been on top of that fish too fast and wouldn't have gotten them. So using the torpedo in reverse is kind of cool. Really solid. I mean, they just take it all the way. There's no... Yeah, I need pliers on this guy. You know, about like the first one, 15 or 16. And yeah, let's take a look at where that one was pointed at. I was around the corner casting downstream to this log here, and he was just on the backside. I skipped it to that bank, moved it along. As soon as it got close to that log, he smashed it. So let's recreate that.
Jeff, I'm in my happy place, buddy.
Good.
I'm in my happy place.
On a river, chucking a chapo.
Makes me happy.
Yeah.
Makes me so happy.
Whatever color, the biggest size you got.
You got it, buddy. Let me get down here to you. I'll give you and then I'll show you something sneaky I can get you to do. Hey, saltwater color.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they got some saltwater colors that are wicked. I love this redhead.
Drew's asking for a bigger chapo, right?
Actually, I own one. I literally just grabbed
I would contend that you are the bigger chapo with your torpedo up like that.
That's true. I usually just, I mean, I'm not at an actual tournament, you know what I mean? So I just grabbed one box and just threw it in there. Whatever was there was there. Yeah. And I thought I had a tackle box in there, some Topwater, like apparently, I do not.
All right, you want baby bass? You want trout?
Whatever one you don't like most, in case it gets lost. I don't know.
Over here. Tell me, yeah. You play with that one.
Is that the bigger?
That's not a bigger one.
Okay, I'll play with it.
That's a saltwater
cool.
color.
Oh yeah. That's unique. I like that.
It matches your shirt, Drew.
Is because these fish yesterday were hitting the other one and they were just not getting hooked up, and I want a bigger hook on there. And I mean, I can catch a better on a spinnerbait or a chatterbait, but man, is it fun to see him blast top water.
Real quick, I'll tell you that I'm fishing a spinning rod. It's a medium heavy. It's actually the Eternity RX10. I like a medium heavy for this kind of fishing because you're usually close range, in close to wood and other cover like these cattails. But it's the Z-Man Billy Goat. These little flapping legs here. This will float. It's a grip pin hook, Mustad grip pin. It's a 4/0. We'll go up to a 5/0 if they're short striking it. It's a soft plastic buzzbait that doesn't snag and that can skip really well. Joined this other one that came in on the right. I'm gonna run up it just because I'm so hungry for fishing upstream. It's just gonna be easier with boat positioning to move upstream. So I came down here on the right, turned around, and now I'm going straight up there. Let's see if we can find someone home on this little cut. Then we'll come back down. Got a lot more pads. So I've joined back with another little shoot here, and I don't know, just working up the bank, and I'll kind of head back down. I bet one of the guys already worked this area. By the way, it's we split up. I know that Drew wanted to split up and work different different channels, but I really don't know how far down he meant for us to go. Man, you gotta sort of be good with this. The wind just pushes you into one side. Heard from Drew, and he said they're getting ready to head back upstream. There's a highway down there, and I let them know, hey, I haven't even made it down to the highway, and they've gone past it and headed up. I think Drew wants to be done by a certain time today. I kind of wish we didn't have to do that. I'll be back out tomorrow with Josh Chrenko from SmallieTalk. We're gonna hop in his jet. I'm here by the highway, and I think this is supposed to be the north branch that I was on. And Drew, I think, wanted us to hook up into one of these other ones. I think I'm gonna swing wide to the left. Sand crane there. There's two of them. Guys. Don't eat that. Keep doing what you're doing. You're digging. What are you digging for? It's good digging. Had to do it. Gotta throw the jackhammer just a little bit. Put it on some wood. Let go of my jackhammer, please. Yes, you can't. And it's wrapped around that rod. Shoo! Hog tied it, and the next one. There we go. Talked to Drew, and he says he's getting a lot of blow-ups on the Chapo, but he's missing a bunch. And I don't know what he's got in terms of numbers, but like he had 3 or 4 of them blow up on his Chapo while I was talking with him on the phone, and he was frustrated with it. But I'm thinking, if they're slashing that, they're curious but not committed. And usually when they're curious but not committed, if you downsize, I mean, you know, what I've been throwing is sort of a downsized bait, but this finesse buzz bait might be really good. I don't know. Oh, look at that! That was fun. That's a good one. That's as good as I caught today. buzzbait. Look at you. He might be 18. He's 17 something anyways. That was a committed takedown. Yeah, he's 17 3/4. Nice. That's fun. All right, well, I haven't thrown that long. Let's keep throwing that. All right, let's take a look at where that fish hit. I hadn't been targeting all the wood down there. I started working up here in just these little gaps in the arrow root. And it was right in there. Just trying to get it as deep as I could in there. And it was approaching one of those gaps in that vegetation that took it down. Actually, I think it was a log near it. I think it was right in that gap there. So, but overall, you know, slow current seam out here, log, arrow root, that vegetation, and I put it in the back and brought it out. So let's see if we can find some more stuff like that further up. There's arrow root and a log. I think that's a largemouth. Oh, yeah, that's a largemouth. That's a green fish. Huh. A lot of the trajectory of the bait, I can swing the rod tip all the way over to get close to whatever I'm shooting at. I don't have to get quite as close to parallel the bank, which helps with the boat control. You know, stay out in deeper water. Swing that rod tip to the left. Closer you can get a buzzbait or any topwater bait to a solid object, the better they work. They think, ooh, you're gonna get away. You're gonna crawl up on that log, I better eat you first. So I've pulled up into this calm backwater area, and I am seeing smallmouth fry. They're the size of a grain of rice, and they're as black as they could be. Oh, there's one chasing down some little water insect. I'm gonna see if I can get one or two of them on the GoPro Dome. In terms of their post spawn, and I know there's still going to be other ones that have yet to spawn, but like, yeah, there's a baby smallmouth. It's like they, as soon as I put the dome in, they run away from it. Here's some on my right. Yeah, they're just hanging out. Every one of those little black dots is a baby smallmouth. I wonder, are they getting close enough? Yeah, there they are. One right in front. There's a whole cloud of them, maybe 2 feet out. There's some to the right. Good to see the next generation in process. And this sort of, you know, I'll shut that off. This sort of shows you where they spawn. They were spawned somewhere right around here. The main river is flowing there. This is a backed up area that goes back there a little bit. But somewhere in this, you know, in this area, they made a bed. And man, all this vegetation that they have to grow up in, it just makes for a strong fishery. So cool area. All right, let's get back to catching some adults. All right, catching up with Drew. You said you just got a big one?
I did. I just got a 20 and a half, maybe touched 20 3/4. Missed the topwater. I threw my sling blade spinnerbait back at it, and she nailed it. So I got a pretty good video of it. GoPro got fried earlier, unfortunately, so
That sucks.
it fell in the water, and yeah, it sucks. But got good pictures and videos with my phone, so I'll
Cool.
share with you guys.
Awesome.
All right, guys, so I'm kind of using just Google Maps. I mean, it's simple, right? And I'm looking, and I'm just trying to figure out where we are so we can make the proper loops and fish everything going upstream, which is the best way with the Torpedo. So right now we're here. I can see we got a creek coming in here to the left, a little blowout from this channel here. And I'm looking for darker, the bends right here. See where it's darker right there, guys? Can you see this? That outside bend, that deeper water? Kind of looking for places like that. Right there where there's a sandbar drop off. I'll come back in, you guys can check it out a little better. So we're drifting away here. Kind of focusing in on, I think those bigger fish are going to be in these deeper holes right there, the undercut banks in the grass in this prairie. So like right here on that bank, you can see that sandbar drop off. I'm kind of hitting all those and just using some simple map study, just visual stuff. So I love river bassing, man. It's really not that complicated sometimes, but smallmouth will fool you, and they will be in the subtlest spots sometimes where you don't expect them. So that's what makes the difference in a tournament, because everybody can see that easy stuff. That's what we're going to talk about at the Bass U brunch, actually. Subtle places big smallmouth live. I'm fishing pretty much fast. I'm gonna maybe be here like another hour and a half, 2 hours. If it starts raining hard, I'm going to leave.
Is it supposed to?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about hard, but it's probably going to rain again. I'm sure it splits again. We could maybe just go in separate directions.
Okay.
I mean, if it seems like it's kind of tight.
Have you done anything like slow and finesse?
Not really. I mean, I've been flying up this creek. It's hitting where I know it's like, the deepest, best, like, little points and stuff.
Oh, okay. That was a nice little notch in there. Come on a pocket. You can see it right there. I cast all the way in the back of this thing. Let's run up in there. Got the buzz bait. Goes in quite a ways. Nice fish. They're 30 feet back in there, but he was part way out.
Alright, cool, man. If you keep it in. Is there a joint event or not a joint event? Do we not have enough people for your joint event? Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, that's kind of good in the sense that they'll at least only focus and register for, like if there were a few that were only registered for your event, they'll at least, you know, they know there's no event, they'll flip around and register for the KS one. You know what I mean? Oh, they were all, okay. Well, that's funny because Steve Crooks told me that there was a bunch of people that they were only doing the MKT and not the, river where we just put in.
All right. Alex sent a picture of another big one, and I think said he was getting them on a spinnerbait, and Drew's 20 plus was on a spinnerbait, so I think it's time to throw a spinnerbait.
I just lost a good one, Jeff.
I saw it.
Blew up on it, and then I just took my hand off the reel. It blew up right there in that little hole, and he wouldn't come back and eat the spinnerbait. Doesn't mean I won't throw again with the spinnerbait to try, but.
Huh. Right up on that bank?
Yeah, right in here, using this little hole here. We can maybe. I don't know if he'll bite again. A lot of commotion, you know, going on. And they don't seem to be in groups, so it's not like you can go back in there and get a different fish. You know what I mean? They seem to be like.
I've found groups of like 15s.
Oh yeah.
And
I did find some small groups. They weren't like.
Yeah. But groups are the ones you're hoping to catch.
Yep. This is a really good search bait for pre-fishing for tournaments because you do miss a lot of fish on it. I know I can catch them on the spinnerbait, but it's just too much fun to keep throwing the top water.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's like an oriole. Really? I don't know. It's pretty though. Got a pretty song. Beautiful marigold colored bird.
I don't think it's happening in this creek.
No, it's slow, and I got a
But
pike to hit.
yep, if you go up far enough, you never know. You know, it could change, get some flow, different topography.
Yep.
Well, we got to get back anyway. So.
Chapo!
Around to you, buddy.
Nice
Good
one.
too. I just stopped it once I saw him flash. He rolled underneath it and flashed.
It was the pause, huh?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
It's nothing to.
He knew I was filming you.
Yeah, I guess so. Nothing to sneeze about either. Hooked pretty good. It looks like double hooks on the boat flipper end. 1, 2, 3. God, not bad. 17 something, I would say.
Nice,
Close
man.
to it. Maybe not, but it's close.
Very
It's just
cool.
so tall, it makes me think it's 17, but it's 16 and a half. Good fish, though.
Yeah, nice one, man.
She's coming up, she's coming up, she's coming up, she's coming up. Oh, oh no! Ah, what does Mercer say? The agony of angling, the thrill of victory and the agony of angling. Yeah, that was that right there.
That was a big fish.
That was a 20.
Yep.
So we found some big ones here. That's cool.
Nice. Take it on that wood. On that bush. I went back to the frog. To skinny post spawn. Yeah, I went back on the goat toads. You've been chewed on. I've been chewing on you. This size, this like 15-inch size up in this creek, and I think they're the males that have spawned. They're done. Is that a good story? I guess. I don't know. I'm catching 15s. They're fun on Topwater. Drew showed us there are 20 plus inches in here. You know, the Chapo and, you know, the Whopper Plopper, they definitely get the big fish to look and attach, but like the hookup percentage on them is, the landing percentage is the issue. And I kind of wish I had a bigger, and I don't mean thicker version of this, but like one that was just bigger overall, you know, profile. Like that would be you know, bigger noise on the kicks. I don't know. It's a great bait. Lots of bites and very good hookup percentage. Oh, piker broke it off. Jerk. Yeah, I see you too. Oh, boo. I'm way back in this Padfield bog, and I talked to Drew. He actually, I think he's headed back to do some things, getting ready for the tournament. I think his phone is getting noisy on him, so I think Alex headed back. I'm not really sure. I know Alex made it back to the ramp and did the loop before we did, so I think he's moved on. I know he's been fishing, like pre-fishing for the tournament. He's gonna fish the tournament, and you know, we caught some good fish here. I think he has a lake nearby that he feels better about loading up on largemouth instead of these river smallmouth. He feels he can get a better total that way. But this has been fun. It's still like a little bit after, I think it's maybe 1:30, and like it's light here till 10. I still have food and water. I'm gonna just keep going. Yeah. I think tomorrow I'm fishing with Josh Chrenko, who I'm actually rooming with, and we're gonna do a morning trip in his jet boat, and then I will set things up with for the opening ceremonies, set up all my boondock stuff to show off and talk to people. Know that there's some folks that want to talk about the Rod Pro is what it's called, the rod box, the metal rod box, the 8-foot metal locking doors on both ends, really good security. People are excited to see that. I'm excited to show it. I think it's really gives us a good option for security of our rods, keeping them protected, keeping them out of the front seat. Oh, fitting. Seems like a large place. All right, I've caught lots and lots of 15s. The biggest one so far is 17 3/4. Topwater seems to be productive, so I'm gonna go big with the topwater, throwing that evergreen shower blow. We'll see what that does. Probably get bit off by a pike, but I gotta try it. Try something different, see if we get a bigger bite. I can't believe, like, I went a while throwing the jackhammer, and usually that does it. It didn't happen. I'll throw this bomb instead. That's a good smallmouth. Oh man. On the shower blow, he's down to one hook. Oh man. heading towards a strainer. All right. That was a long pause on the twitches, and man, have not been throwing the shower blow long. Got a good one. Yep, one more. Just one hook left in him. And yeah, he's big for the day. He's, you know, I bet you he's right around 18, but like I don't think I got half a dozen throws with that. Yeah, he's 18 and a quarter. That wasn't half a dozen casts with the shower blow. And topwater, yes, but I guess I had to see the guy step up the size. Interesting. And it's the big one. I mean, this is the 125. Yeah. I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna step up that line because that just worked. I kind of don't want to lose it. And I had it with the rod that I was throwing the scented jerk shad. So let's jump up to 20 just so we don't have issues with the pike. Yep. So pattern development isn't something that has to be all on your own, and I wouldn't have tied that bait on if I hadn't watched Drew hook and lose. But he hooked 20 plus that I know of. I've watched him. He says he's hooked some others and caught some others on the Chopo, and I know that Alex has sent multiple pictures of bigs, and I assume he just stuck with the Chopo. So big topwater, and I don't have a Chopo or a whopper plopper, but big topwater. What do I have that's big topwater? The shower blow. So yeah, I'm gonna throw that, but I'm gonna throw it on heavier. Yeah, I think I had to put the 20 on. But yeah, when you fish in groups, don't be afraid to do what your buddies are doing when they have success. And I'm not doing exactly the same, but it's, you know, their Chopo was on par with this size. That may be a little bit bigger. It's right around the same size. So they were getting bigs. I don't think I've worked this area yet, but you know, if I threw the billy goat through here, would I've gotten that big fish to get excited? I don't know. The shower blow is really cool special lure that calls them up, that just says, all right, wake up, man. It's you got to pay attention to this. Whatever this is, you need to pay attention. Brings them up, just like a jackhammer brings them up. I don't know why the jackhammer didn't work today, but topwater. All right, let's go bigger with topwater, which is fun. Yep. So, half a dozen casts with this thing and catch a real nice one. And I think, yeah, this is it. This is it. Another hour and 10 minutes later, nothing. Nothing. Do I keep with it? I don't know. You ever have this happen to you? You think, ooh, that's the big fish producer. And nothing. I mean, I'm still doing it. You know, because the alternative is a lot of fun, is going back to the billy goat. catching 15 inchers. Really want to catch 18, 19s, and 20s more. Yeah, I think I do. All right, back on the billy goat. I definitely can get it closer to wood and all sorts of other structure. I know that Alex was throwing the Chapo and he was getting it deep, and I think, you know, I think that's a really important skill with a bait that big with treble hooks. How do you get it way in there? If you can do it, you're gonna catch more big fish for sure. Yeah, billy goat. I was just weeding out this size. Oh! That was a big one on the billy goat. He got off. It's rare. Just checking out a little back bay area. There's a bunch of them in this river. I've noticed that the people like manicure their lawns right up to the river and they look good. They put lawn furniture right next to the river and they're not just gone. Like they look like they just live there. And the river doesn't do what they would do, what it would do back east, which is like, yeah, you leave a lawn chair next to the river for like a month and it's gone. You make a little dock next to the river and it's just gonna just destroy it. You know, you spend $40,000 on lumber and pieces to do some of what I've seen here, and it's gone. So I think this river has a lot more stability in its flow than what I'm used to, and I think it's these back bay areas, these areas with all the pads that are flat and grassy, and this is a different river. It's different than what I'm used to seeing. Oh, look at all those. Lots and lots of the gar. All right, I'll put this back down, get back into the flowing part of this river. Sun's out. It's getting warm. Take that rain jacket off. Okay. Different environment. Different kind of river here in Michigan. I figure the elevation change on this isn't a lot. You know, there's probably fairly low gradient, even though it's got decent flow. There's just a lot of water in a big flat basin, and it's stable. This is different. It's pretty cool though. I'm actually on the phone with this guy, Josh Chrenko, and he's gonna drop a pin for me to join him somewhere upstream, and we're gonna hop in his jet boat and we're gonna zip around. We'll get a short trip in this evening, and then we're gonna do it again tomorrow. So I just figured I can hustle to get out of here, go find Josh. You gonna send me a pin drop?
Where else do you want as soon as we get out here?
All right, cool. I'll see you. I don't know. I'll give you an ETA once I get on the road, but I don't know. I have several miles to zoom back down.
Alright, put that torpedo to use, bud.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Alright, see ya.
See ya. Josh, tell me about your boat.
It is a G3 18 CCJ, which stands for a center console jet. It's a tunnel haul jet. Has a 90 horsepower, 90-65, so it's 90 at the head, 65 horsepower at the pump. 18 foot, 60-inch wide beam. So, yeah. Set up for slaying smallmouth.
Let's go do that. Did it always have the pods?
Those are aftermarket.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps it get on plane a little bit better, a little quicker. And if you're just floating fishing, the bow doesn't sit lower in the water, so you can float over shallow stuff a little easier. So yeah,
Gotcha.
and the kids can hop up with it. So, yeah.
Nice.
I can't remember what this section looked like, but we're gonna swim up here, see what it looks like, and then maybe float and kind of fish drift down.
Okay.
See what we think. Yeah, they're pretty obvious out here when they hatch for sure. This, say, I would throw like a shower blow or something right here too.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I tend to, if I'm like stopped, like spot locked like this, I'll throw something that's, I can pause quite a bit if we're moving. I throw something that's a little bit more of like a cover water.
The quality of the river here is totally different than where I was.
Oh yeah, that's what I was telling you. You can just tell like how the river looks. The water, the substrate.
Yep.
There's not much erosion. There's a chaser, a big one, Jeff.
You want me to throw on top of it?
I was wanting you to. Yeah, it was eating that. There's at least an 18 behind it. Yes.
Alright, you got him in now. I can throw back into your chaser. A little bit late though.
Yeah, there was a big one right behind it. Getting fixed. And this is a medium light. It's probably 15, 14, 15. Healthy fish.
I gotta put this down because I got one.
Oh, you got one?
Not only, but it's like wrapped around the motor and wrapped around the rod tip. I don't need you breaking my rod.
Yeah.
Like I just put it down and started filming you.
Yeah. If there,
Actually feels
I was like, it looked like it was
pretty good one.
halfway. Oh yeah, you need the net on that. Oh yeah, that's a real nice one. Yeah? Yeah, 17 maybe? 18?
Dead sticking it while I was filming you.
Get a measuring board right there.
Yeah, I'll just hold it up here.
Yeah, that's a nice one, man. Heck yeah.
So, yeah, just caught him by putting the
Not
rod
moving
down
it.
and filming you.
I can't tell you how many times I've had that freaking happen.
Oh, man.
They're on this bank right here, though.
18 and a half.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Here we go. Gotta hold them better. Cool. See you guys.
An amazing take. It's not a huge muskie, but it's very big for a 7-foot medium light. Oh, it's a pike. It's not a muskie. Oh! He's about to break my rod there. That's caught on something.
A rivet.
Yeah,
He is big. Wow.
That's a nice pike.
Oh man.
Just T-boned that fluke, dude. Just absolutely T-boned it. That's pretty cool. I hate catching pike, but I like catching these pike.
Right. Big ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the hell is he? Oh, he got hooked right on the top of the mouth. Okay, dude.
Don't break his rod, you.
Yeah, I see the hook is right there.
Cool. There
All
we
right.
go.
They're so nasty.
Horrible job netting, Jeff.
Hey, we'll take that. That's maybe 16, 17. Pretty good one though. Yeah, take that. Right in the top of the mouth. That's what we like to see. Right there.
What's your size octopus hook?
I think it's a 2-aught.
Pretty
Yep.
aggressive.
Wide gap finesse. Yeah, it probably got 17.
Yep.